Edwards with Roofers Coffee Shop, and we are still here at the SRS Distribution and InstaLILY AI Innovation Summit. And I'm standing here with Kent Gardner. Wow, what a day this has been.
Thanks, Karen. It was fun. It's been a great time.
Wow, I learned so much, and the day's not even over yet. Can you talk a little bit about how technology has really transformed what you do here as SRS Distribution? It's been instrumental in your growth.
Well, it really has. I mean, without the technology and without the innovation, we wouldn't have the opportunities to grow organically through rough times, through down times, tough macroeconomic times that we currently have. And so as a result of having innovation tied to the customers that we sell to, their needs, the products that they want, the categories that they want to expand to, without that innovation and technology, we'd be doing it the old way, and it's just tougher to do it that way.
Yeah. How have you found, maybe you could talk a little bit about the organization as a whole, and how do you create a culture around technology?
Well, I'll tell you, so it has been a little tough, to be honest with you, because technology is kind of it's a difficult concept for folks that have been doing it the same way, the old way, for a long, long time. But when you start showing people, our team, how we can introduce technology into their lives to help them communicate better with their customers, to make their customers' lives easier, once you start seeing some of those wins, start giving them some insights to actions, then we start seeing them craving more and more of those insights to help them sell more and do more for our customer base.
Yeah, you talked a little bit this morning about, well, the message is test and learn. Test and learn, right?
That's right.
And,
small bets.
Small bets.
Small bets.
And so can you talk about some of the successes you've had with those small bets that have really paid off?
Sure. Well, I'll tell you, the InstaLILY turned into a small bet that's ultimately been a big bet. And so in that regard, so we knew we sold to a certain number of customers that were assigned to each one of our territory managers. They were having a hard time just based on having enough time to sell to any more. And so we did a small bet with InstaLILY to start putting some money into the customers that could buy from us but weren't, to try to get us some of the insights as to why they maybe weren't buying from us or how they maybe could buy from us. And so when we did that smaller bet, we started to see results on that pretty quickly. And so that small bet turned into a big bet. And so what we do as a company is do a lot of different small bets, knowing that those dollars may not totally take us to the promised land, but those dollars will be lessons learned for the next big investment that will turn into the next grand thing that we do.
Right. So you have to try new things, and you have to not be afraid to fail.
Fail forward, fail fast, give it a shot. Because if you are afraid to fail, you'll have less willingness to bring up great ideas. And so this is, above all, in this company, we are a company of ideas and thoughts, and people just want to win. And so when you facilitate that kind of environment and they're able to bring up freely the things that they'd like to see us try, and we do that, then they're more likely to give you another idea or another opportunity that at some point is going to take off.
Yeah. I think getting that input from your team and the folks out there in the field about what would make their lives easier.
Well, that's a big deal. It is field first. So look, I have the opportunity to run the company on the building products side, but you can't run the company at one level and be connected with the levels that are actually ringing the cash registers and working with the customers. And so if they don't feel encouraged or inspired to give you the information that you need that might be the next best thing, you're going to miss out.
Yeah.
And so we as a company, we want to win. I've said this a couple times, fast beats slow, but we don't do it without everybody having a voice in the organization and where we're heading.
Yeah, and you just said you were out in the field yesterday.
Yesterday,
you were out
that's
selling.
right.
So you leave the office, you get out there and you see what's happening.
Yeah, the work doesn't happen here. I mean, it does. The innovation does, and all the things that we need from a technological standpoint, but the work happens in front of the customers, in front of your employees, your associates, your teammates, in front of your suppliers and manufacturers. And when you can bring all those together, and each one of them needs a different level of technology. So when you're on your system as an inside salesperson, you want to have a fast way to support your customer behind the counter. When you're a vendor, you want to make sure that you're working with a distributor that has demand planning in place so that you can put the right products in the right places to sell it. When you're a customer, you just want to save time, save some money, make more money, and be efficient. So we really have that at the forefront. And we wouldn't be able to bring back to the innovation lab the very things that we need in the field to sell more to more if we didn't get out in the field and interact with the vendors, the customers, and our employees.
Can you talk a little bit about why this Innovation Summit? Because you found a great partner in InstaLILY AI.
sure.
They really helped you, but you've brought people not even in the industry in some regards together. And I think that shows a real commitment. Why is
does.
that important to SRS?
Well, so, I've said this before, and I think you may have heard it, but our mission statement is to make money, have fun, and give back. And that make money, have fun, give back is for the employees on our team, it's for our customers, it's for our vendor manufacturing partners, and it's for our technology supply partners. And so this very event that we had today was a little bit of giving back, because we're proud of what we do, but we also want to learn from what others do. And if we share a little bit and they share a little bit, the collective good is going to be better than what it was prior to going to the meeting.
Sure is, yeah. And you guys just invested in an innovation center right across the
That's right,
parking
right
lot.
there.
Yeah,
Right there, yeah.
yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, how do you know what's next? You just have a team of, I know you have a team of go-getters who are developing this technology, and they're always kind of having to stay one step ahead and
Sure.
see what's coming.
I'll tell you, what's next, I kind of go back to what I said earlier. It's the connectivity with the customers. This business is a knee-to-knee relationship type business. I mean, obviously with Roofers Coffee Shop, you help us build those relationships in the industry for sure. And so when you go out and about and talk to the customers and identify what their challenges are, there are more challenges today that can be solved with technology than we ever realized in the past. It used to be, I want my product, I want it on time, I want it in the right place, and I want it to be the right color. Well, now they have different challenges that require some level of technology. And so we were talking earlier about the hotshot hub that we have, where we can deliver something within an hour if they need it. And so little parts and pieces, as opposed to putting it on one of our big flatbed trucks or a 54-foot trailer, we can put it in a courier that will take it out and be there in an hour. And so without talking to the customers and getting that kind of feedback to figure out what they actually really need to help them make more money, save time, and be more efficient, we wouldn't be able to figure out what the next step would be technologically speaking.
Yeah, yeah, it's so impressive. We have just had an amazing day here. I keep telling our team, if you're out there watching, we're going to be bringing some of what we learned back into the coffee shops, because there's so many ways that technology can benefit, and we don't know what we don't know.
Sure.
So thank you for having this summit and inviting us to be part of it.
Well, you're part of the technology journey. I mean, you're bringing this to a bunch of folks that subscribe to the Roofers Coffee Shop. You're a friend of the family for sure, and we love having you. We appreciate you being a part of it.
Thanks, Ken. Hey, thanks everybody out there for watching. We're not done yet. We still have the hackathon results to see, and we're going to try to talk to a few more people. So be sure to subscribe to our channel, ring that bell so you get notified, and we'll see you next time. Bye.